What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to briefly go over some things I'm watching for, some stocks and cryptos that I'm watching and planning on buying. But first off, let's look over TradingView's heat map and see what's going on in the market. And taking a look here, you'll see that we are quite mixed across the board. Amazon's performing pretty good today. Other large caps are either doing nothing, down slightly, or barely up. Most of the red today goes to crypto related stocks, cryptos, and other small caps. And looking at Bitcoin, it looks like it's trying to bounce off of this support line here, this yellow line. We may be set to break this soon. The Fed meeting is approaching, and it could definitely cause a little bit of worries for Bitcoin, for the overall stock market as well. And it's no surprise that with Bitcoin pulling back a bit, a lot of the crypto related stocks that have been running lately are pulling back pretty hard as well. I'm not going to pull it up, but CleanSpark is having a down day after running up almost double in right around a week. So no surprise that we're seeing a little bit of a pullback there. It was very overbought on the RSI and definitely due for a cool down. But if you're interested in CleanSpark, check out my last video. I'll leave it at the end screen. But let's look over some stocks and cryptos here. And first off, I wanted to mention Indi semiconductor. I want to see a break back above the 50 EMA. It does seem like it found support at the 100 EMA and right around this support line that was previously a resistance. And Indi's earnings is coming up just a few weeks from now, and they're going to shed light on their recent acquisitions. They did mention in a previous call about an acquisition for Geo, which is adding to their revenue. And for those of you that don't know Indi Semiconductor, they have a great executive team, and they do expect to be profitable by the back half of this year. And I have every reason to expect that and to believe them. But I definitely see Indi as a buy where it's at right now, and I think it's a great opportunity to add. And I also wanted to mention Chargepoint. I did a previous video covering this, so if you want more detail, check that out. But this is right around its lows. Of course, if it broke these May 11 lows, we're gonna fall further. But I think there's a great opportunity to buy at a very low price on Chargepoint. And we are setting up this pattern, this descending wedge, and typically they get broken out to the upside. So I am anticipating a little breakout here. And if we do break out, I'll be watching for the 50 MA to show that we can actually break above that. That'll be another level to watch. And this is another stock that has earnings coming up pretty soon. And I do think there's another great stock to add to. Now, I also wanted to mention Litecoin. It was trading right around $100. Now it's in the low 90s. And despite having a down day today, we are still in a very beautiful uptrend. And I do expect this to continue. And one reason I expect this is because Litecoin's halving is coming up. And typically when it's around 3 months away from the halving, we do see a nice run on Litecoin and then a sell-off after the halving. Kind of different than Bitcoin in that regard. But I'm trying to play the Litecoin halving cycle, and I do think it's going to do very well over the next 3 months or so, and it's already been performing great since the summer. Back in mid-June, this was right around $40, now it's right around $100, and I do expect it to start reaching $200 by the time the halving comes around for Litecoin's halving. And next up, I wanted to pull Ethereum, and you can see I'm very zoomed out here, but this is to show you a long-running trend. Ever since March of 2020, this has been on an uptrend. It has maintained this yellow line here, this support line. It bounced off of it again back in the 2022s, and since the beginning of this year, it has been running a bit. And zooming in a little bit more, you'll see that we had a golden cross on Ethereum back in February, and it has still been uptrending since then. Now, just recently, it broke out of 2,000, and now we're back under 2,000 again. The RSI was definitely a bit overbought here, and it was due to cool down. I see it as a great time to add to some Ethereum. The Shanghai update is complete, and we didn't see a big sell-off like some YouTubers were talking about. And in fact, the ability to unstake whenever you want and not be locked in, I think that's a great thing. And now that this potentially negative catalyst is done, you know, it was expected that once you could unstake your ETH, once it wasn't locked up anymore with this Shanghai update, there would be a lot of selling, there'd be a lot of pessimism and fear. Well, in my eyes, this was one thing that was kind of holding back Ethereum, and now I think it'll continue to run. It is bullish on the chart, and I do think any pullbacks on Ethereum are great buying opportunities. And if we start getting our upward momentum, I want to see a break of this 2,130 area. If we break that, we're going to continue running. But let me know what you guys are watching out for lately. Let me know what you think about these stocks and cryptos. Are there any new stocks or cryptos that I should take a look at? Let me know down below. Thanks as always, guys, and see you later.